Good morning, friends. We are going to see about the chapter 1 communication, third part. AICI syllabus Edu Flash. For that, we are covering 40 marks is there for this subject. So, the main topic is to be covered there for the communication. The second part of this third part of this topic is network in communication. In the previous parts, we saw what is communication and what is formal, informal, and visual communication, and what all the things we have in a communication. All the things we saw in the previous class. Here in the network in communication, it is a network which refers to the method and pattern we used in an organization. Sometimes the information we pass to the employees in the organization, it comes under the network. The network helps the manager to create various types of communication according to the requirement of the company. Here he established the network of communication in a specific venture. The structure of the communication here depends upon the organization and type of communication channels occurs to the various process. Here the communication is of most important network is the vertical network. Here the vertical network comes from the that is two persons are important there for formal network. Here the supervisor is passing the command to the subordinate and we are getting the immediate feedback. It comes under the vertical network. Here the higher ranking officer is supplying the information to the subordinate and it is a two-way communication and they are getting the immediate feedback. It comes under vertical communication. Here the information is passed from supervisor to the subordinate and then it is considered to be the vertical communication. And second communication is circuit network. Here two persons are communicating with the sending information and they are getting the feedback. This communication may have the circuit network. This A is passing the message to B and B is giving feedback to A. So it maybe comes under the network. There is circuit format of network. So it is considered to be the circuit network. And third form of network is chain network. Here there is a communication pattern flows like a chain of command. Here the senior officer is passing the information to the junior officer and the senior level officer and then it goes to the next work of the people and then at last the junior level officer is getting the information and after the network they are giving the information back. For example, we take a college. Now the senior people is the correspondent. Now after seeing the result they got 98 percentage. After seeing the result the chairman calls the principal and he said that he want 100 percentage result in the next year. So what he do is this principal or he conduct the meeting to vice principal and other HODs and they pass the information that they want 100 percentage result in the next semester. Then these HODs would go to the concerned department and they will give the information to the faculty members and all the faculty members are together join together and they work hard to make the students to get 100 percentage result. While giving that, here the first one is this A, that is correspondent is passing the message to principal, that is B, and then the principal is passing the message to vice principal and then that vice principal is passing the message to HODs and all staff members. Now the feedback, this chain of command is this all teachers and HODs they are getting back to the children, the student, and while they are giving the formal test and preparation they are making the students to get very good marks in the examination. At last in the final result they will wrote well the exam. At last we are getting the very good result and the management is getting the very good success there in the career. So it would just the information would be caused in the chain like format. So one more thing is there are so many people involving in this chain like circuit. So there would be separate monitor that is who is checking whether the work is going in a smooth way. If there is any problem means he is correcting those things in a correct way. So this all thing would be happened there in the chain network. But the chain network is a very long process with lot of numbers. And next one is wheel and spoke network. Here in the previous network, that is correspondent is passing the information, and then the student gets the very good result from the correspondent. And the student they are not meeting in a face to face conversation, but here in the wheel and spoke network, the organization is a single one who is controlling the instruction of the whole authority and all members. If the instruction that is the management who want to pass the information means, he himself calls all the people and he himself talk and he himself create a very good reliance among the people. That is there are so many members in the company. That is, for example, the principal, vice principal, HODs, and all staff members, and then there are so many that is lab assistants. At last we are having the student, and different people are there. That is, the management is communicating with different people in a competent way, and last they know what are the problems they have, and they solve all the problems in a direct effect, and they are giving the correct solution for the problem. So it would be comes under the wheel and spoke network. So once the that is management is having the problem, it directly spoke to the principal, or if the management is having the problem, it directly speak to the student, and student is also equal right to talk back to the management, and they can solve the problem. So it is to be the two-way process. So the management is a center body, and he can communicate with different people. And here another example is, here the manager is the central part of the company. He may talk to different subordinates of the company, and if anyone is having the problem, he is the central force to know about the problem, and he can solve the problem for those people, and automatically he is having the upper hand to solve any problem, and he could run the company in a successful manner. So it becomes under the that is wheel and spoke network. And next one is star network. While for star network, it is communication in multiple channels. Here this network propagates group communication. Once the teamwork is involved in this communication, here the members communicate with the exchange the information in a free manner without any hindrance or hesitate. That is, once the principal is having the command, automatically the staff may directly go and talk with the principal, and they say what are all the there is problems they are facing in the class, in which way they can solve. Or if the manager is having some problem, he may directly call the clerk Napunda in the company, and he may just ask what is the problem there, and he can solve the problem. So the star network communication is anybody can communicate with any people through different channels, but the output is to be they will solve the problem. That will becomes in a star network. So it will be never coming in a single straight line, so it will becomes like a star format. So that we having the free communication without any interest, this comes under the star network communication. And next one is this important things we already saw. We are having different structures of communication. The first communication what we saw is, we are having vertical communication. It is a communication between two people, that is a senior and a subordinate, and we are getting the feedback. And next one is circuit network. Here for circuit network, A is passing a message to B, and B is giving the feedback to A. So it will be just like a circuit diagram. And next one is chain network. The chain network is with a lot of people are there in the thing. It starts from the upper level officer and it reaches to the lower level officer, but the fruitfulness of the thing would be coming there in a nice manner. So it becomes under chain network, and there are so many people who are there in that. And next one is, we are having wheel and spoke network. That A is the subordinate, that is A is the central figure of the whole conversation. Here the A is passing comments to all level officers. At last he is getting the feedback there from them, and he is resolving the problem. It becomes there in the wheel and spoke network. And at last we are having star network. The star network is having different multiple channels of network of communication. Without any hindrance or hesitation, the people may communicate, and they exchange the information. At last they get the solution for their problem. And these are all the things we saw. And next one is we are seeing the different characteristics of effective communication. Once we are talking with the people, we should need the first cry of the baby to be tested by the breath of a person. So once we are communicating with others, we should maybe the effective communication. What kind of skill and frequency is to be needed there to make the effective communication is very important. And one more thing is we are having a communication every day. Sometimes there is maybe confusion, misunderstanding, misconceptions partially occurring through in our conversation. So in what way we can improve our communication and we can make our communication in an effective manner, we can see in this following ways. The first one is clear. Once we are speaking with any person or once we are writing a message, we should be clear in our communication. The language should be simple and the sentences should be very much core, that is precise, and we have to explain everything with the bulletin points to make them to understand our points in an easy manner. And next one is concise. Concise is once we have an example of Ramayana. This Hanuman went to Sri Lanka and he saw Sita, and once he came back to Rama, he just given the message, I saw Sita. Saw Sita, that is the information he passed, contains Sita. The information is passed. So our information is to be very much that is accurate, and we should never have any kind of ambiguance. And next one is concrete. We have to give the tangible information. There should be no misinterruption there in our communication. So all our argument is to be give with the concrete ideas. Next one, coherent. Once we are communicating, all our points should be in a bridge, like a logical bridge, and all our sentences is to be interconnected with the previous one. So we should have a coherent in our areas, and everyone must understand and I disagree with our concept. And next one is we must have a complete information. So once we are passing the message, our ideas is to be in a complete format. And next one is we have to make polite, courteous in our communication. Once we are talking with others, we should be respectful and we have to pass the information without hurting others. So it will be courteous. And once we are listening and understanding the concept, we should be sound in a waking house. So there is no noise is to be there in our communication. And once we are passing the information, our speech is to be clear, and with the time according to that we have to be careful, and we have to pass the information with that is clear understanding without any ambiguance. We have to present our concept. And next one is focus and attention. Once we are talking with other people, we have to give what is the environment it is, and we have to see what is the multiple activities which is going on simultaneously. While we are talking with others, we should be more careful. There should be no phone ringing, and there should be no mail is to be that is the deviate from our conversation, or is there is any attention which is our emotional distress should never that is affect our communication. So all the things is to be very much careful while we are having the communication. So once we plan to have a communication, we should avoid these distractions and we should be more careful. And next one, emotional awareness. Once we are talking, we should never give emotional awareness, that is we should never have more emotional, and we should be control our emotions. Here this Levinstein said, human behavior is not under the sole control of emotion or deliberation, but results from the interaction of these two processes more important. So once we are playing the major role, we should know what people we are talking, and we should never touch the bottom line of them. That is more important there in your communication. So what are all the main points while we are focusing there for very good communication is our communication is be clear, concise, concrete, coherent, complete, and courteous, listening for understanding, and then we have focus and attention, emotional awareness, and control. So, guys, in our thing we see up to what is there in the communication and what are the different strategies there in the communication. In our next class, we see what is there in barriers of communication. Okay, guys, have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, guys. Bye.